Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the INT Caulifla. This is Aptitude manifested INT Caulifla, an incredibly good, nice unit that does a really nice job after an easy A of being a good filling slash good long form unit for the Universal Survival Saga or Universe 6 teams. There's some merits to her, and there's obviously things that can definitely kind of restrict her and do things that I think are bad. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I think she's a really strong character, and I think she's a really good unit to have. She does a lot for her teams, and yeah, for me, definitely, she's really solid. Universe 6 kind of got a couple buffs recently with Hit and the physical LR girls. They have a great team right now, although very limited. So to get some good roster options like this, in the form of Kale, in the form of Caulifla, being able to have them provide support or be good scalers or good second slot units or good evasion tanks is always very crucial. INT Caulifla, she leads Super INT, which is great. So she leads Super INT. She raises attack and greatly raises defense permanently on her super. She also lowers the enemy's attack, which, as you know, is actually very helpful in Dokkan. It's one of those mechanics that is incredibly helpful, really useful, and I think overall is very solid. Attack and defense of 160% per Universe 6 or Pepe Gal's category character in the team. She also gets attack and defense of 30% and an additional 6% crit when there's an ally whose name includes Kale. She'll get attack and defense of 160% with a great chance of evading the enemy's attack and launching an additional super. When there's an ally whose name includes Kale attacking the same turn, her chance of evasion goes up. So that means she has an effective evasion rate of like 80%, which is really good overall. For every attack she evades, she also gets 30% attack and defense up to a max of 90. And in her entry turn, she gets an additional 10% evasion as well. So that first turn, she has 90% evasion, which is pretty crazy. After performing 6 or more attacks in battle, she'll launch an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming super. So she has, in total, 2 baked-in supers in her, kind of like passive as well, which is amazing. In terms of build, she's one you're going to want to focus additionals on for sure. Mainly because you want to obviously have her capitalize on that stacking of defense and her crit to kind of maximize her augmented damage. And then, in terms of link set, Sand Lineage, Sand Warrior Race, Battlefield Diva, Prodigies, Warriors Universe 6, Swans of Power, Sharon Limit are all very good, decent link sets. She's going to link pretty decently with any Super Saiyan or any Saiyan USS character. And obviously she'll link up great with any Universe 6 Saiyan girl, any Kale, any Caulifla, even Kefla she'll link up pretty decently with, so that's always great. So she's got lots of good linking options, very clearly obviously designed though for Pepe Gal / Universe 6, with that passive, the way the evasion works, the way the crit works, everything like that. She's designed to be run with your Kale. She's designed to be run on those Universe 6 teams. Categories, she got Bond of Friendship, Gifted Warriors, Pepe Girls, Pure Saiyans, Rapid Grow, Super Bosses, Tournament Participants, Universe 6, USS, and that's all really solid. So really solid categories, really solid teams, really solid everything there, so that's really good. So pretty solid unit. Obviously, she's a great evasion tank. For anyone who's used her, she's fantastic. If you build her with a bit of evasion as well, almost seems like she's basically tech Caulifla, On the converse, when you are a unit that, when you are a unit that tends to deal with these things, I think obviously evasion, when it gets disabled, big hindrance to you. So although when evasion's up, it's like she looks amazing, which she is amazing. It also means that when there's no evasion allowed, she's going to struggle a lot. Now she does stack very well, so in longer form events she actually doesn't do too badly because she stacks so much. So disabling evasion on its own, especially later on, isn't enough to really stop her. But in terms of like the beginning, if you just enter like a short form event with evasion disabled, she's not got a lot of defense in the first turn. She has about 200k. So you need to really get kind of everything put together so that it can all work out very well. But yeah, honestly, very good unit. I think she's really quite fantastic. I think she does a lot really well. I think USS is screaming out for some more options, and I think both her and Kale give us those options. Evasion tank, yeah, sure, we already have one, but it's nice to have another one, especially if you can build them and get them rainbow. Then you really feel like you're cooking with gas, which is always fun. And yes, I think overall just a good unit to kind of have. Really great if you're running like double physical Kale and Cauliflas. You can run like a whole double back lineup of Kale Caulifla, Kale Caulifla, Kale Caulifla, which I think is very good. So yeah, honestly speaking, I think she's an incredibly good unit. So I'm very happy with her. I think most players should be. I think if you are someone who's been using her or is currently using her, I think you'll see the merit in her as a character. No doubt. I think she's definitely a top-notch character, and I think a lot of players will experience that and feel the value of that. She is definitely a character that can be used in a lot of content. So as long as there's no disable evasion, and if that disable evasion is later on in the event, she still really can be useful. Plus, not to mention, Universal Survival Saga, which is a team she can theoretically be on, does have a disable nullification unit, so it's not out of the realms of possibility for her to be on that team, to be used, and have that as backup as well. So I just think overall she's great. She doesn't have as much utility maybe, but she makes up for that with a really high evasion, a consistent evasion, and just everything else in between that I think is really good. So yeah, honestly, that is it from me. Bye.